Morning, Miss.
Good morning, Alan. I'm sniffing a lot. I have some flu. So hopefully I don't sneeze a lot into this class, right? Okay, good morning, everyone. It's 8 a.m. We need to start our class session. Um, I hope you are all doing okay. You have had breakfast, drank some coffee. So let's start today's class with prayer. Miss Michael, would you lead us in prayer today? Miss Mai, are you here? Okay. Since Miss Mai is not responding, I will pray. So let's pray. Dear God, we give you thanks for giving us this wonderful morning. Thank you for everything that you do for us. Thank you for our health. Thank you for our families. Thank you for our food. Thank you for permitting us to wake up today. We ask for your guidance in today's lesson. May we all learn something new and may we all understand what is being taught. We ask that you provide each and every one of us with the knowledge and with the ability to be able to understand everything clearly. Thank you for everything that you give us. We pray in Jesus' name. Amen. Okay. Don't worry, Miss Mai. I have already said the prayer.
Good morning, Miss.
Good morning, Ernest. So let's start today's class. I will present my screen. So today, let's go over basic rules. Turn on your cameras, be on time, mute your mic, self-confidence to share, respect others, and no eating. Please remember to turn on your cameras. I do not have to be reminding you of that. So today we will be looking at another type of application of fractions. So our objectives: rewrite numbers as fractions, record step-by-step process, agree or disagree with answers provided. So, can you state the two methods used to find a fraction of an amount? Monday and Tuesday we did this. So, can you state the two methods
Grouping,
used to
Miss.
find a
Grouping
fraction?
and
Grouping, Miss.
Grouping with images, right? Very good. And what's the other one? What's the other one? We have grouping. with images. And what's the second one?
multiplying and
Very good. Multiplying and dividing, right? That is the two methods. Using images to group, and the second one is multiplying and dividing. And as we know, multiplying and dividing can be used in two methods also. So now, how if I ask you, I do not want an amount now. I will give you two amounts and I want a fraction. So that is the opposite of what we did, right? How would you express an amount as a fraction of another amount? Do you have any ideas? Let me hear if you have any ideas. We're doing the opposite. You will get two amounts or two numbers, two whole numbers, and you will represent it as a fraction. How will I do that? How will you do that? Anyone has an idea of how will they do that? It's the opposite, right? What we covered yesterday and Monday was finding a fraction of an amount. Now you are given the amount and you want a fraction. Ryan C is dividing, I think.
just repeat the question, miss.
Could you repeat, Gerard?
Repeat the question.
Repeat the question. Remember the past classes we did finding a fraction of an amount. You were given a fraction and you were to find that fraction as an amount, as a whole number. Now what I want is that I will give you the amount and you will give me a fraction. How will you give me that fraction?
Solve it, miss.
Could you repeat, Gerard?
Solve it
Solve it. But how would you solve it?
by grouping or
Some of you
multiplying or
see
dividing.
separating groups and dividing. So let's see. That's why you should think a little bit. So let's move on and we will find out how will we do that. What do you think or observe from this example? 40 out of 60 is 3/4. Hmm. This is basically what I was asking. How can you take these two numbers or these two amounts and convert it into a fraction? In this case, 40 and 60 gives you 3/4. Just let me take a look at it if that is 40 or 45. I might have done a mistake. Yeah, this is 45. I just recalled. I'm sorry about this. Okay, so let me hear what you think. What do you observe? Just tell me, what do you observe? What do you observe?
That you need to divide, miss.
That you need to divide. Natalie says simplify, convert it into a fraction and then multiply. Okay, let me write that. Convert into a fraction. Some of you are saying multiply. What else? What can you observe? Ernest, could you repeat what you said? I didn't hear it.
Divide, miss.
Divide. Some of you are saying divide. Okay, divide. But what will we divide?
Miss, for 60, miss, you're having the amount, miss, and
Sorry.
3/4, miss. You will divide 60 divided by 4, miss, to find your amount that it's equivalent to 1/4.
Remember, we are not doing what we did the past class because I do not want the amount. I am telling you that 45 out of 60 is 3/4. These two numbers represented as a fraction is 3/4. So what can you observe from this? What is happening here? We are not doing finding a fraction of an amount. We are trying to express two numbers, in this case 45 and 60, as a fraction. And I have given you that the fraction is 3/4. But what
Miss,
can we
I
observe
think we are
about the
different.
process? Could you repeat, Yuri? Yuri, could you repeat?
Miss, we are divide 4 divided by 44.
4
45.
divided by 45 says, you remember, what if I did not give you the fraction and I tell you 45 out of 60, represent that as a fraction? What I want you to understand, let's take a look at this example. 5 out of 20 is 1/4. I am giving you how this 5 out of 20 is a fraction. The fraction of 5 out of 20 is 1/4. But what happens? What happens that we get 1/4? Natalie did a very, very good observation. Natalie, can you tell me what you did? You can type in the chat box. Simplify, says Natalie. Okay. So what will be the second example? If you take a look at Natalie's example or Natalie's idea, she wrote 45 over 60 gives me 3/4. So how would we perform the second example?
5/12 is simplified to 1/4.
Could you repeat, Gerald?
5/12 is simplified to 1/4.
5 over 20. Yuri, I think you missed the 20. So we have 5 over 20. And if we simplify, we divide by the lowest common, is it factor? Yes, I think we have 4,
Next
right?
common multiple.
Common factor. So if I mean 5. So if 5 is a common factor here, then we divide by 5. So when we divide the two of the numbers by 5, we get 1/4, right? 1/4. We get 1/4. So what is happening here? What do we do? This concept is correct. Could you repeat, Bjorn?
Simplify.
We simplify. Yes, we have to simplify the 5 over the 20. That's a good observation. But how comes we get that 5 over 20 as a fraction?
Just because it's saying 5/20.
Very good. We are saying 5 out of 20. So we are expressing this number, these two amounts, as a fraction. So that is what I want you to understand. That is what we will be doing today. So expressing an amount as a fraction of another. One number can be expressed as a fraction of another number. Expressing one number as a fraction of another is very simple. Write the first number on top of a fraction and the second number on the bottom of the fraction, or that means the fraction bar, right? The little bar there. So we have an example that I gave you, 45 out of 60. Write 45 as the numerator, write 60 as the denominator. So now we have 45 over 60. We simplify if possible, dividing by the HCF, which is in this case 15. And now we rewrite our fraction. So our total answer now is 3/4. Do we have any questions on how to rewrite this?
Louis.
It's very simple, right?
Yes, miss.
I just heard Geraldo.
Yes, Miss.
Let's move to the another
Miss, so you
example.
have to simplify.
Could you repeat, Yuri?
You need to simplify for
Yes, you need to simplify because only if the fraction does not lend itself to simplify. For example, 3/5. Can we simplify 3/5? No. But we can simplify 45 over 60. So we simplify if we can. If you do not simplify, then your answer will not be totally correct. Right? Now 5, or let's do 5 out of 20. The first step, write 5 as the numerator. The second step, write 20 as the denominator. And the third, simplify if possible. In this case, we can simplify because the ACF of the two of them is 5. So if we divide the two amounts by 5, we get our fraction to be 1/4. Any questions?
No, miss.
no math.
No, miss.
Okay, so let's practice together. 16 out of 56. What's the first thing that we will do there?
16 over 56.
Let me... How much is that? 16 out of 56. What's our first step? Do not rush, remember, let's do that step by step. What's the first step to do?
Interfraction.
Simplify.
The
Interfraction.
very first step. The very first step, simplify, is a step, but it's not the very first step. What is the first step that we do?
Let's check what you need.
Observe.
Okay, good. You can observe, you can check what you need, but we know that we need 16 and 56. So what happens with the 16?
16 over 56 as a fraction.
1.6.
Yes, Gerald, but we are going too fast. Let's go step by step. What is the first thing that we need to do? Make it a fraction, 0. Yes, but how will we make this a fraction? What would be the numerator?
The 56.
The numerator will be 16 and the
The
denominator will
number
be 56.
Very good. First, find the numerator. Very good, Loriani. Find the numerator. So we will write the numerator. In this case, the numerator is 16, right? What's the second step? What is our second step?
Miss, now I think I have to find the denominator.
Yes, find our denominator. Which one will be the denominator?
56.
Very good. Which is 56. So what is our fraction? Our fraction is 16 over 56, right? Can we simplify this fraction?
Yes, miss.
What will it be simplified? What is the highest common factor of the two of them?
8.
8 says, who was that, Ernest? Who agrees that the common factor is 8? Eight says Loriani, okay. 8. So what does it simplify to? Very good. Now we have 2/7, right? So we write our number 4, write our fraction. And our fraction is 2/7. Questions?
No, miss. Miss, I have one question,
Yes,
miss.
yes, Gerard.
So do we have this for our homework? We might have this for our homework. We have to write all the steps.
Could you repeat?
We have to write all the steps when we're doing this.
Um, I'm not sure what. Let me check what the assignment says. If you are to write all the steps, I don't think so. You do not have to write all the steps, but make sure you show you're working. For example, show that this, show that you write 16/56 and then you simplify and how you get your last answer. You do not need to write 1, write the numerator, 2, write the denominator. Just write your original fraction. In this case, it should be 16/56 and then simplify. Those are the 2 basic steps, okay? So the second example that we will take a look at is 10 out of 25. What is the first thing that we will do?
Write the numerator.
Very good. Write the numerator, right?
Missing the another one, you write numerator.
I'm so sorry about that. Thank you for the correction, Yuri. Write the numerator. Which is the numerator in this case?
10.
10. Very good. What will we do next?
Find the denominator.
Denominator. Very good. So we have denominator. What is our denominator?
25.
25. Very good. So what is our fraction?
10
10
over 25.
25.
10/25. Very good. Do we simplify?
Yes, miss.
Yes, miss.
See, some of you are really ahead of me in the chat box, right? So what is the LCF in this case?
5.
5.
5. So we write our fraction. Our new fraction is, very good. Those of you that are typing in the chat box, very good. So our new fraction is, in fact, just a moment, 2/5. I don't think I can do that next page here. So the next example, 18 out of 72.
Miss, I can't see nothing on that.
No, I'm just writing 18 out of 72. What is the first step?
To find the
Write the
numerator, miss.
numerator, miss.
Very good. Find the numerator. Numerator. In this case, which is the numerator?
18.
18.
18. Very good. What is the second step?
Find the denominator.
Denominator, miss.
Find the denominator. Just
72.
okay. Very good. 2 denominator, which is 72. What is our third step, or what should be here?
Simplify.
Writing it as a
Write your
fraction.
fraction, miss.
72. Could you repeat, Ernest?
Put your fraction.
I couldn't hear you, okay. 18 over 72. So what is the LCF? What is the LCF? 9. 9 is many of you. Okay, let's use 9. Let's use 9 and let's see if that is the highest or the lowest. Sorry, the lowest should be 9. So if we divide by 9, what do we have? If we divide by 9, what do we have?
2 over 8, miss.
And 2 over 8 can't be simplified anymore?
Yes, miss, by 2.
Yes,
One,
by 2, right?
1/5.
If we simplify by 2, how much do we get?
1/4.
1/4, or we had just simply divided at first by 18, right? Because 18 can go into 72 4 times. Okay, Ryan, I did not see it. So this is how we go about showing each step. So now, no questions?
No, miss.
Okay, so it's your turn. You will do those 2 questions in your notebooks and show the steps that we take. Let's do this in your notebooks, and just the questions show me the first steps that we need to do, the 4 steps. Natalie, could you type in the chat box like number 1, what to do, number 2, and so, because everybody should show their steps.
I finished number 1, miss.
Okay, so move on to number 2 and then we share, right? I've been sick, Bunchorn, but I'm okay. I'm doing okay. Do not worry.
I'm finished, miss.
Okay, Ernest. Let's wait on the others. Anybody needs more time? So let me get 3 students that can turn on their cameras and show me their work, and 2 that will type in the chat box all the steps that they did.
Miss, I
Can I show
can do
my
the step.
camera, miss?
The chat box,
Okay,
miss.
Ernest will show in his camera. Who else?
Main chat box, miss.
Gerald in the chat box. Who else wants to show on their camera?
Me, miss.
Yuri? I was about to say no girls. The girls do not want to show. One more person to show me using their camera. Okay, let's start with ladies first, right, Ernest? So let's start with
No,
Yuri.
es que Ernest comienza.
Oh my, I'm thinking ladies first and Yuri doesn't want to go first. Okay, let's see if Ernest wants to go first.
Miss, damas primero, miss.
I know, right?
Yes, miss. Ese es
Ahorita me
respeto.
voy a quitarme background.
Okay, sure. Not worry. Okay, let me see what Gerald has. Right, Dan. Okay. I can barely see your work, Yuri. Okay. Could you put it a little bit closer? Okay, 12 over 27, numerator. Okay. Um, let me see. Ernest work, denominator, 27. What is your LCF? I do not see the two of you. I didn't see that you put your
3, miss.
LCF.
It's 3.
3? 3. Very good. For those of you in the chat box, yes, the LCF is also 3. It's not 9,
Miss,
Gerald.
I made
It's
a mistake, miss.
okay, but it should be 3. So anybody else wants to share using the camera? Very good. Natalie and Kennedy. I just had Ernest, good Ernest, and good Yuri. Nobody else wants to share using their cameras. Gerald is showing his work there. Okay, great. So it's Loriani. Could you show me again? Loriani couldn't see it clearly, but I think you had it correct. Okay, very good. Very, very good. All of you did a good job in this one. So let's continue. What we did today.
Miss, you missed. You skipped number 2, miss.
Oh yes, I'm really lost. I think number 2 is very straightforward, right? You do not have to simplify there.
Sure, bro.
Just do 3 over 4, write the numerator, write the denominator, and that's it, right? We do not have to simplify anymore. So good, Ernest, and thank you for reminding me. I almost forgot that completely. So yes, the answer for number 2 is 3/4. We cannot simplify that anymore. That is good as it is. So what we did today? Let me hear you. What we did today.
Simplification,
Simplify.
Miss.
And thank you for
Simplification.
sharing.
Miss.
One at a time. I cannot understand all of you together.
Miss.
Yes.
Let's simplify.
Sim- Simplification, Miss.
Simplification. Okay.
How
Who
to
else?
convert how to convert a whole number into a fraction?
Very good. That was the main concept. How to convert an amount as a fraction of another amount. What else? Anything else that you understood or learned today?
Join amounts to fractions, Miss.
Okay. Now,
Misunderstanding out of what out of means.
out of, right? You need to understand what out of means. Out of, like 25 out of 60 or 45 out of 60 means as a fraction or division, right? Because actually a fraction is a division. So that is basically what out of means. So do not confuse out of with off. Those are two different things, right? So what? Now that you learn this, how can it be used? How can you use it? Miss, I got kicked out. Says Bonjour. I'm sorry, Bonjour. I don't know what happened with that. So what? Now that we understand or know about this, how can it be used?
In real life, miss? Or
Anywhere. How could you use it in real life? How could you use it?
Miss, in grading work, Miss.
In grading work. Great, very good. Who else has another idea? Yes, I'm Ryan. I'm sorry if I did not call you. It's because I couldn't see all the ones in the chat box, but yeah. Who else wants to share? How can
in
it be
business,
used?
miss? In
Could you
business?
repeat?
In
In
business?
business. Okay. What else? Who else has another idea?
Miss,
Okay, I'm Ryan. That means that I really didn't see it.
when eating a pizza, Miss, you eat
When
an
eating a
amount out of
pizza.
it.
Very good. That's a very good example. And Ryan, then you will show me the last activity that I have for you, okay? Because I couldn't see it. A cake in buying. Very good. Very, very good. So now what? Can you predict tomorrow's topic?
The same thing.
The same thing, okay.
Miss, I don't know, miss, but maybe in word problems.
Okay. Very good, Gerard. Word problems are real life scenarios, right? That's just what I asked you. How can it be used in real life? So word problems will help you to connect it to the real world. So tomorrow we will be doing worded problems with expressing a fraction, an amount as a fraction of another. So very good, Gerald. So our last activity will be given the fraction 1/3, share numbers or an amount it could have initially been. It should be it. For example, I could say that initially it was 1/3, right? I could say that initially this was 1/3, and I mean 1/3, and I just put it as a fraction, and I got the number. Now,
Miss,
you will give me, yes,
so now we will do the opposite.
the opposite. Very good. Let me see if you understand this concept, because if you do understand correctly, then that means that you will be able to do this question. So I will just ask like 2 or 3
Miss, yo,
students
miss.
to share, and I will have Ryan. Can you share this, because I know I didn't get to see Ryan's work. Ernest wants to share, and someone else, and the other students. That doesn't mean that you will not do it, but you need to do it to see if you agree with their answers, right? So
Yes.
students will agree or disagree with your answers. So let's do this quickly. We have 6 minutes. I'll
Miss,
give you 3 minutes.
Miss, you want
Yes.
me to do this one that you're showing?
Yes, you can do if you want, and you can share it, because as I told you, I couldn't see the one that you previously did. Gerald doesn't like word problems. Word problems are fun once you read and understand.
No
Yes,
me
Yuri,
da
we
un
still
montón
have
de dolor de cabeza.
Yes, miss.
dolor de cabeza. That doesn't give dolor de cabeza. Dolor de cabeza gives this real hot sun.
No me es mejor
Not
aguantar
too
el
much.
sol que mal.
Okay, so let's see. Let's give
Finish,
2
miss.
minutes more to the students, or to all of you.
Miss, what
Okay,
do we need
Ernest is
to do?
given the fraction 1/3, share numbers or amounts that it could have initially been. Show your steps, Ryan.
Miss,
Show
zero on
how
my
you
one, miss.
get to that. For example, I just write your little working there, or show your steps. That's really very easy. For example, I gave an example. The the initial could have been 1/3, and we just have a simplified fraction there, right? We do not have to simplify anymore. But we could also have other fractions. So let's see your colleagues' results, and you will agree
Miss,
or
can you see my
disagree.
one, miss?
Could I, if you are sharing, I cannot see at the moment.
I am sharing my camera, miss. My working.
Okay, just let me pin to my screen so I can see it correctly. 5/45, the numerator is 5, denominator 45. We have the LCM, which is 15 and 1/3. Do you agree with Ernest, or do you disagree? Let me hear you.
Miss, it look correct. So I agree with Ernest.
Yuri agrees. What about the rest of you? Just write in the chat box, agree or disagree. I just heard one person agree. Agree. Okay, 2 more are agree. Wes, the rest of you, what happens? Do you not agree? Are you confused? Agree. Ernest, could you show it again? Natalie wants to see your work. He has that the numerator is 15, the denominator is 45, and he divides by the LCM, and now he gets 1/3. Okay, so you agree. Okay, good, Ernest. Majority agrees with you. Let's see. Ryan, have you finished? I do not think you have the same example as Ernest, right? Agree? Great.
Right now, miss.
Okay, Ryan. Let's just wait on Ryan. Where is Ryan? So you agree? And in fact, yes, Ernest's example is correct. So if you agreed with him, it is correct. Are you done, Ryan?
Almost.
Here we just have a little bit of time left. Let's wait on Ryan. Okay. He has 6 out of 18. He writes the numerator, which is 6. Write the denominator, which is 80. And simplify using the HCF, which is 8. So he writes the fraction 1/3. Do you agree or disagree?
It's not 8, Mrs. 6.
Yeah. Oh, if I said 8, I'm sorry, but it's 6. Yes. Do you agree or do you disagree with Ryan?
Miss, I agree too.
Agree says Yuri. Agree says Ernest. Jordan agrees too. Natalie, Lisette, Kennedy, Loriani. Okay. So they agree with you. I do not see no disagree. So I think everybody's agreeing. Emerson. Okay. So in fact, this is correct too. Thank you for sharing, Ryan and Ernest. So that is, I hope you understood the topic. I hope you had some fun looking at your colleagues' work. So I will see you tomorrow. That is it for today. May you have a
Miss.
wonderful day.
Miss, I was going to do the one that Ernest did, but then I saw that then he was doing the same one, so I need to do another one.
Okay. Okay, but good job. You did a good job too. Goodbye, Bonjour. I hope you have a good day. Goodbye,
Bye,
Lisette.
Miss. Bye, Miss Mai.
Bye,
Goodbye,
miss. Bye
Yuri.
bye.
Bye, miss.
Bye, Miss.
Bye.
Bye, Miss Catzim, and bye, Miss Ma.
I
Have a
miss
blessed day.
Goodbye.
my
Goodbye. Goodbye, Alan. Goodbye. Goodbye, Loriani, and thank you. Goodbye, Isari. Good morning, Miss Mai. Um, I think yesterday. I think it was just the little images to group that was giving some students a little bit of trouble because they didn't know how much amount the little images would have inside. And although I tried to explain, there were some of them that really did not get the idea. But I think that won't be in the assignment, right? No. Okay. So I don't know if you want to target, but apart from that, I don't think so. They really understood the multiplication and division um method yesterday. So because most of them did not get it clearly on Monday because of the internet problem, I explained it a little bit more yesterday. So many of them got it now. So I don't think they have an issue with that. So it was just the images, but I don't know if you want to do that since it will not be in the assignment. Yeah. Today we had really more participation. Okay. Yes, I was really surprised yesterday too that I saw him in the class session. But I don't think he had his camera on, so I really couldn't look at him until today. I was thinking, I say, oh, good thing he's in today's class also. Yeah. And I saw it was it Daisy? Was it Daisy in today's class? I think yes, because she was in today's class. No, no homeworks. Okay. Yeah. Oh, Miss, I had a question. I was grading the assignments. I couldn't finish all because I really was not feeling too good. So I saw it was Valeria. She got everything correct, but she just has the answers. The only part she has some little working is on the worded problems. So I was not sure if to give her all the marks because the instruction doesn't tell show all your working also. But for example, in the order of operation one, I think it should have been very important to show how she got her answer, but she just has the answer for everything. Okay. Okay, miss.